Morning everyone, Christy from Going Touring. This morning we're going to fit a circuit breaker in between the solar panel and the charge controller. So let's run the intro and get on with it. So I've already made a start. I've taken one of the carpets out of the caravan and covered up the charge controller, just in an attempt to reduce the charge that's coming from the controller while I'm messing about with the wiring. I've got it down to just a few volts, so it's quite safe, and I've disconnected the wiring already. Let's have a look what I've done, and I'll show you how I'm going to finish it off. So this is the setup at the moment. There's a charge controller. There's the wires that I've already disconnected, and I've taped off the ends to make sure that they don't come into contact with each other. The rail at the side of the charge controller is the DIN rail that I'm going to mount the two circuit breakers on. I've cut it in half because it's over twice the size of what it needs to be just to fit there. So I'm going to fit the circuit breakers, and I'll show you what it looks like afterwards. Just hang on a minute. So that's the circuit breakers in position. As you can see, these circuit breakers are rated at 50 amps from 12 volt up to 240 volt. So they're more than capable of doing the job that we want it to do. Our solar panel at the moment only produces a maximum of 12 amps, but I do want to put another solar panel on, but that's another video. Right, I'm going to connect the wires up. The wires are going to go in the bottom from the solar panel, and then out of the top I'm going to route them behind the charge controller and then back into the panel. I'm going to reconnect the battery up too. Make sure when you're doing this, make sure you get the polarity the right way around. As you can see here, the battery positive and negative, it's positive on the left, negative on the right, and the PV photovoltaic cells, it's negative on the left and positive on the right. We'll ignore the load. That's so that you can provide power to something constantly while using power straight from the solar panel. There we go. So that's the charge controller connected up. This is the feed from the solar panels. These two at the top are the feed that go around and into the charge controller. All wires connected. All that's left to do now is to turn them on. So we turn the negative on. Nothing happens. Try to stay clear of the LEDs. Turn the positive on. There we are. We get a flash of all three lights. Bulk. Blue is bulk charging, so the battery's been off charge for a few hours now. Oh, there we go. So it's got into absorption mode, and I would imagine it won't be too long before it goes into float mode. If we need to do any work downstream of the solar panels, it's going to be a simple process now of just switching off the breakers, and there we go. So now it's system safe for us to work on, and we're not going to be accidentally creating short circuits or endangering hurting ourselves. So we'll just turn that back on, and we'll leave that to charge up the battery. I'm going to leave it at that. I bought a little label printer so I could label the batteries, not just for this project but for any other project that I'm going to do around the caravan. Handy little tool from Amazon. I think it was about £18 or something like that for a thermal printing label. You can get all sorts of labels for it, just rectangular labels, or these ones are special cable labels They've got a little tab on them that you can fold over and secure it to the cable. But great little thing, and always handy if somebody's coming up behind you, so that they don't have to go tracing cables to find out what they are, things like that. Really useful thing. So that's that. Now we've now got a circuit breaker in place to protect us when we're working downstream from the solar panels. That's the end of this video here. I don't know what our next video is going to be. We're heading to Cornwall this Sunday. We're going to Travella Caravan Park, which is near Newquay. We're there for a week, I think. So that should be good fun. So expect a little video from our times at Travella. So until then, it's Christine from Going Touring saying bye bye, happy travels.